Alright, the Brickyard 400 review. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's just jump right into it. So let's start off here. So the Xfinity race, it was Xfinity at Brickyard. What else is new? Full of leeches. And of course, this Xfinity race was the last race full of Cup leeches. And it's only fitting that King Leech himself gets the win. Kyle Busch. Why the fuck does he still have to be in this goddamn series? Kyle Busch literally fucking benefits nothing. And Allgaier once again got fucked over by stupid bullshit. Like, Allgaier should have a few wins already this year, but he's still stuck at 0 because he keeps finding ways to shoot himself in the foot or get fucked over. Take your pick. But yeah, King Leech wins again. Like, just to pad his goddamn stats. Like, Kyle Busch, your Xfinity and truck wins are no longer impressive. Like, seriously, how many unimpressive Xfinity wins does Kyle Busch have, let alone how many non-benefiting wins has he had in a fucking Xfinity and trucks? Like, seriously, Kyle Busch, get the fuck out of Xfinity. You have no business being in that series. The only reason you're only there is just to pad your fucking stat sheet. Get the fuck out. But yeah, anyway, moving on. Italian Grand Prix F1 happened today. Charles Leclerc wins again. Wow. It's crazy to think that as soon as Leclerc gets one win, he gets another. He gets it done in Italy, Ferrari's backyard. Yeah, so that's a very popular win for Leclerc already. Man. It's like once he finally got that win, the burden's been lifted off his shoulder and he can get more. Maybe a championship sometime down the line in a couple years? Because it looks like at this point Hamilton's got in the bag. But yeah, how about that? Charles Leclerc gets back-to-back wins for Ferrari. How about that? But yeah, that's it. That's Italy for you. Anyway, continuing on to the Cup race now. The Brickyard. Of course, the big talk is around the 4 drivers contending for 2 chase spots. Being Newman and Suarez, being Boyer and Suarez were currently in those spots that are in Indy. Of course, Suarez tied with Newman, and Jimmy Johnson 18 points out needing a long shot odd. It was a pretty boring Indy race. The only time it got interesting was near the end of the stages. With all the bubble drivers, those 4 specifically tried strategy to try and get chase points. It seemed like in this race, Jimmy Johnson did everything right to try and gain stage points. Not as big chunks, but little bits could help. Like, Jimmy Johnson tried everything. In the end, once again, Jimmy Johnson shot himself in the foot by getting crashed out when he went 3 wide and taking out Kurt Busch with him. And with that wreck Jimmy Johnson had, Jimmy Johnson is officially eliminated from chase contention. And for the first time in Jimmy Johnson's career, a career that started back in 2002, then the chase started in 2004, first time ever in Jimmy Johnson's career in the chase's history, there is going to be a chase for the Cup that will not include Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson has officially missed the chase. Now, believe me, as a Jimmy Johnson fan, I knew this team had a lot of problems this year. Believe me, I knew it. I knew they had a shitload of problems. But never in my wildest dreams did I ever think he actually missed the chase. Like, I think the first warning sign of this was when they got rid of Kevin Mendering. Not even at the 2/3 mark of the season. Like, I know Mendering made some pretty bad decisions. But to not even give him 1 year, let alone 2/3 of a season... Like, when a guy is gone that quickly, somebody fucked up the hiring process. And Mendering looked pretty qualified for it, to be honest, having experience being a crew chief in the Xfinity series, but no experience as a Cup crew chief. And then, there wasn't enough time for Jimmy Johnson and Cliff Daniels to get it together when Cliff Daniels came over to become their replacement to the 48 team with no previous crew chief experience, but was the team engineer with the 48 in 2016. Of course, they're going to have more time to get it together. So I'd say watch out 2020. I think Jimmy Johnson's going to come back in 2020. Like, Jesus Christ, it's been an off year. But Jimmy Johnson is officially out. I do think he's going to win a race in the chase, sometime in the chase. Book it. I feel like he's going to pull it out of his ass. Like he's really improved the last couple weeks, but still wasn't enough to get in. And to be honest, this was the 48 team's own fault they missed the chase. Because think of this, back at Daytona, they were 34 points above the cutoff line. In the last 8 races, you can manage that with no problems. And then within 2 weeks, the 48 team found every conceivable way to shoot themselves in the foot. And within 2 weeks, that 34-point gap was gone. This 48 team did it to themselves. They showed throughout the year they did not want it this year. They showed it throughout the year, and they showed it again today when they had it, and then they shot themselves in the foot. Maybe if this team didn't make mistake after mistake, they could have had a couple wins. But, it is what it is. You just move on, Tough year. At least 300 cars made it in. But anyway, to the finish, this finish was complete boredom. Bubba Wallace tried to make it interesting to try and knock Newman out of the 16th spot. But nobody was going to be able to beat Harvick today because Harvick just dominated this race. He won by over 5 seconds. This package didn't even work at Indianapolis. That just shows you how bad of a track the Brickyard is. But Harvick gets the win. Harvick wasn't a closer today. He was more like the dominator. Damn. See how Harvick gets the win, Boyer gets the spot in, and Newman gets the 16th and final chase spot. So, everyone that was defending Newman after Bristol, you got your wish. Newman got his easy path in because everyone's like, oh, Newman had to race to Benedetto hard. Because if Newman didn't, he could have missed the chase. So you're saying by costing the Benedetto a win, you want Newman to have the easiest path in the chase? You want to make it as easy as possible? No, you dumbasses. You don't want it to be easy to make the chase. You want it to be as humanly hard as possible. Look at NFL. It is hard to make the playoffs in that sport. Or look at MLB, baseball. It's extremely hard to make the playoffs in baseball. You pretty much gotta win the division to get in. And with NASCAR, it's easy to get in. And then people defending what Newman did at Bristol because, if Newman didn't, he could be at risk of missing the chase. So everyone just wants Newman to have an easy shot to get in instead of actually having to fucking work for it. And have a hard pass, have challenges, have adversity. And then you wonder why today's society is a fucking joke and everybody goes soft. Yeah, this chase system could be a good example of that. I swear to God, I swear, NASCAR has some of the dumbest fans in all of sports. I swear. I swear, because anybody finds any excuse possible to defend this shit. It's amazing if we have any die-hard fans left in this sport. Because a lot of them have left a long time ago when this sport started to go downhill, or when their favorite driver retired. Well, I say it here, the Gen 7's gonna be make or break. That Gen 7 has to work. If it doesn't, NASCAR's in massive trouble. But yeah, that's just the Brickyard for you. Another typical Indy race. What else is new? But yeah, next week is Vegas. So yeah, we got that to look forward to. Trucks are back next week for the round 1 cutoff. And Xfinity at Vegas, the last race before the Xfinity chase next week. Who cares about points? The field's already set. You may as well start the Xfinity chase now. The field's already set to go. It's just now getting more chase points. And of course, Cup chase starts next week with round 1. I'll have my chase bracket video predictions up in a couple days. But yeah, that's all I gotta say for this race review. Hope everyone's a great day. And yeah, peace out. Fuck Cup leeches. Thank God Xfinity will have no leeches rest of the year. Now we'll get some good racing for once. Maybe Allgaier can actually win a race. We'll have to wait and see.